Hey everyone, I'm here with my studio assistant Torta. This is my cat who likes to sit with me when I'm doing art. Do you guys have any studio assistants that maybe in your house that you have a pet that likes to sit with you while you make art? I'd like to know about them. Maybe even send me a picture. So this is Torta. He really likes making art with me. Well, he doesn't really make art. He mostly sleeps, as you can see, but that's okay. So today we're gonna do the second part of our Joan Miro, and I have some pieces right here, but let's first talk about real fast. Remember, we created a garden, right? And so we're going to do an inspired sculpture from our garden. So make sure you have that nearby, okay? So I'm gonna put that nearby. I have some pieces from my sculpture. Now, what we are going to use to make these pieces is all I've used is a cereal box. So this is just a regular old cereal box that I started cutting up. And I'm sure you guys have a cereal box laying around there somewhere that you can probably use. So let's get started. So I have some, like I said, I have some pieces here that are very inspired by my garden, as you can probably tell. Now, I want you guys to cut two base pieces. They can be like this, like I did, or they can also be an animal from your garden. That's totally fine. I'm gonna show you a little bit what I mean. Torta's just taking a stretch. I have some shape that I haven't cut out yet, but I don't know, I haven't decided on it yet. So I'm gonna leave that alone for right now. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a shape to be kind of like the bottom of my sculpture. So I like the circle idea. So I'm gonna draw a shape to be my sculpture. To start the sculpture. So I'm gonna draw this circle, and you can also draw it as big or as little as you want. I like the nice big sculptures just because it helps it hold it a little better. So I'm going to cut it out. Again, this is just a regular cereal box that I'm using. It's good cardboard, it's nice and sturdy, but it's easy enough to cut with your scissors, okay? Now, when you get to the end of this, you should have a circle. What I want you to do is to cut the bottom of the circle off. Now, this is gonna help it stand, okay? Kind of like you see here in my other ones, it's gonna help it stand. So when we put it on the table or wherever you're planning on putting it, it's gonna help it stand, okay? So I'm gonna set that aside. Set my scissors aside and my pencil. Now I've been using color pencils for this one, and then I used markers for this one, okay? Whatever you want to use, whatever you have at hand, you can definitely use. You can even use pencil. All right, Torta's gonna lay down. So whatever you want to use, stretch, maybe a little belly rub break. Oh, feels good, huh? Oh, that's a big yawn. All right, kiddo, I'm gonna move you over here. All right, so when you have a cat, this is what they do. So again, markers, color pencils, whatever you want to use. I kind of like the markers, but I also like the look of the color pencil. So let's color this one. I'm gonna use both. I'm going to do the middle with color pencil. Just like that. And then I'm going to take a marker, Torta, and I'm going to finish coloring, and I'll show you guys right now. So I did the middle with color pencil, and then I outlined my circle with my marker. If you are going to do this, what I would suggest is you outline where you did your color pencil, like I did here in the middle. That's just gonna help you stay in the lines, okay? So then I'm going to color it with my marker. And of course we wanna stay in the lines and move around your piece. Remember, you can rotate your piece as you see me doing here. I know Torta's a little distracting, but that's okay. He's a good studio companion. So I'm just going ahead and finishing up here. So I have the color pencil in the middle, the marker on the next, and then maybe I want to do color pencil on that last part here. So I'm going to grab my yellow color pencil. Again, you guys can use whatever colors. I absolutely loved your gardens. You guys did such a good job with the gardens. You're so creative. So I was very, very proud of all of you. So whatever colors you like, you guys are really good at matching up those colors. You can color your piece of sculpture. Hey, you're blocking the view. I know, he gets in the way sometimes. So, I have finished my other one. Now, I have a couple pieces. I even have a little figure that I did. Now, as you can see here, you see that there's still some cardboard. I can cut it off, I can keep it on. It's totally up to you guys whether you do that or not. I kind of like the cardboard like that. And I purposely did the hand separate so I can show you guys how we're going to attach it. So I have my figure right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut a really tiny little cut right here, okay? So I know you can't tell because my scissors are huge, but I'm just going in just like that, okay? Just a little snip, okay? Now, you should have, you can probably tell it's open, just me splitting it, but it doesn't split all the way, okay? This is very important. We are going to, it's almost like a puzzle. We're gonna slide this in just like that, okay? So you can kind of see how I cut a little bit of it and I can slide it right in. So that's kind of what we're gonna do with the rest of our pieces, is we're gonna start cutting little slits and kind of fitting them in. So since I have this one pretty much completed, I'm going to, again, cut a little slit just like that. I don't want to cut too much, but I want to cut enough so it stays, okay? So you can see he kind of looks like he's got little legs right now. I'm going to place this on here. So you see how that stayed? Cool. All right, so now we gotta start kind of connecting everything. All right, see you later, Torta. All right, so we're gonna start connecting everything. And this is super important because if we don't connect it, then it's not gonna stand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably make a slit right here, and I'm going to fit this right in here. And it's all about kind of putting it together and kind of guessing how things are going to fit. So I'm gonna need another piece of my cardboard, and again, it's just a regular cereal box. You don't need to use anything super fancy for it. So first, of course, I need to draw a shape, and this time I want kind of a long shape so it connects it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rectangle, and inside the rectangle I can color, but right now I'm going to cut it out. just like that. And if you are looking at your garden and you're thinking, wow, I don't know if I'm going to be able to use any of these shapes to connect, that's okay. We can always draw them in here. So you don't have to have a circle shape connecting to another circle shape and all that stuff. You can just draw it on here, and that's okay. So I'm going to take my marker, and I think I'm going to do this almost oval shape, as you can see right here, and I'm going to color it in. And of course I want to keep in mind that I want to stay in the lines, because we're going to do the other side, and start thinking about what color you want for the other side. Again, you guys are super creative, so please feel free to use your imagination. Actually, I want you to use your imagination. Your imagination is the best part. So I think I'm going to use this color for the other side. And I'm going to make this kind of two-tone shape. Again, definitely outline right here. Create a barrier between your two colors, meaning kind of like a fence. You're making almost a fence, so you stay in here and you don't go in here. Okay, so I'm going to color and fill in my color with that. I really like how this is turning out. So I'm going to continue, and then of course the edges. And remember to flip your work. Okay, so if I really want to, I can cut this because it's very much so like a rectangle, and that is going to work for you too. Okay, so maybe I want to try that. I'm going to try it and see what happens. Okay, just like that. So, you know, I wasn't planning on doing this, but just kind of came to me, which is kind of cool. And that's really a neat part about art, is that, you know, you don't necessarily have to plan. I mean, you can plan something, but sometimes it's okay that it comes out a little bit different. Okay, so I have this, and I'm seeing that this one's falling, so I'm going to make the slit a little bit bigger. So he's kind of falling, so I'm going to make it a little deeper so they stay. Oops. And of course I want my color side to be, whoops, up. So I'm going to turn it and make sure. And if you have trouble, ask your older brother, your mom, your dad, whoever's available to help you, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of plan out and say, okay, I want this over here. I want this one to connect this one. And how I'm going to do it is I can also lay it out and say, okay, I want them to connect just like that. Let's see. I'm going to make a slit on one side. And okay, that fits. Cool. And then I think I'm going to do this. So I have two pieces right now. And if yours keep kind of wobbling a little bit, you can also glue it. So you can also glue it if you'd like. And then I'm going to connect it just like that. So I'm going to make a slit. I'm going to figure out, okay, I need a slit about there. So I'm going to cut it. And this is just, a slit just means a little cut. Just like that. I know this can be super challenging, but again, you guys are super talented, and I know you're very creative. And so that's why I'm just so excited to see these. And ta-da, it's totally standing up. Let me remove my phone because, man, I'm super excited about this. How about that? I can turn it, and then if I want, I can add this one And hi everyone, it's good to see you guys. And I can add this one on top or I can add it on the bottom. So how cool is that? You guys can add as much as you'd like. I encourage you guys to add a lot because these are gonna be amazing. Again, all you need is a cereal box that you don't need anymore, color pencils, markers, whatever you want, and a pair of scissors. All right, if you have any questions, you know where to reach me. Bye guys.